Look at that. You join us here at Naseby Res. We're doing 48 hours. We've only just been able to get into our swims. We've been waiting all day. We have seen some fish showing out there, so went with our tactics, which was going to be heavy baiting, 3 on a spot. And yeah, it's not took that long. We're going to be joined by David Vaughan as well. He's just running a bit late at the minute. Had a bit of ag on one of his fisheries. Hopefully we'll get a few more of these. We'll talk about the tactics and how we're going to fish this awesome venue. So, we've got a bucket of bait out, so roughly about 5-6 kilo I'd say of mixed boilie and a bag of our pellet, all glugged up. We're fishing about 30 wraps out there, all 3 over the top, and this one's just melted off. Hopefully the first of many. So we're still doing battle with this carp.
Possible carp.
Yeah. I've got a massive beam in my face. All of a sudden it's like the bloody Amazon in front of me. And it feels like it wants to start pulling again. Oh, God's sake.
Typical cat.
Yeah. Here we go again. Zzz.
That's all right.
Yeah, it's a bit bigger, that one.
Yeah. Massive disappointment it's not a cat.
Get in.
Well done, son.
Hey? Okay, so really pleased to get this one so early on in the session, and had a bit of a game plan. Was going to get a big baited area up out there, put all 3 on it, and just sit and wait, and yeah, hasn't took very long. Fingers crossed for more, but it's a good start. So, bite number 3. From off the spot, top the spot, straight back up, and I think about an hour later we've got this one, so yeah, happy with this. Like I say, 3rd bite off the spot, so things are starting to finally heat up. Get some more bait out there and we'll see if we can get another.
Waiting for the sun.
So good morning, and you join us after what's been a very, very hectic night. Textbook session, everything's gone to plan. Chose to fish 3 on the spot out there over a heavily baited area, and last night just couldn't have got any better, you know, it royally kicked off. Had no sleep whatsoever. Just when I'm thinking it couldn't get any better, then this banger absolutely screams off about an hour ago. So like I say, we're just coming to the next day on the 2nd morning, and still got plenty of time, so we're going to try and get a bit of a repeat of this and get some more bait out, redo the rods, fingers crossed for some more.
Morning. Well, I finally got here yesterday after a bit of a hold up down at the lakes. Got here fairly late on, just before dark. Managed to get all my stuff round to the swim. Got 3 rods out, baited an area over 2 of them, just short, just at 20 wraps, and put one out long towards the dam wall. Nothing during the night, a couple of beeps on the left hand rod, which was the dam wall rod, but nothing for me. So we're going to review things today. I've seen a few fish showing this morning. I'm thinking of going a little bit longer. I put about 10-15 spoms over an area last night, but it's really soft. So I'm going to have a little look round, see if I can find something slightly firmer that's obviously had some traffic on it, and see if we can make it happen.
So, after last night's carnage and this morning's fish, thought I'd just talk to you a little bit about the bait that I've been using out there. Naseby has got a particle ban, so I'm just trying to replicate that with some of the range that we've got using the boilies. So we've got lots going on in here, lots of colours, some of the 8mm banana nuts, really just to mimic sweet corn and such like out there. We've got the 8mm wicked whites, again just for a bit of fleck of colour, and the 12mm pea fish. I've also added some of the pea fish pellet, a full glug per bucket, and then nearly a full chili hemp oil. That's just to get it all slicking out there, just see if anything's hitting the spot. It's gone a bit quiet now, so I think I'm going to actually get another 10-15 spoms out, and fingers crossed we can get a few more bites today.
So we've given it the morning, nothing happened over the baited area, but there has been a change in the wind. So I'm going to stick with the baited area because I've seen some fish starting to show closer in. But one rod I'm going to put over by the dam wall. And to do that, I'm going to take a walk around these mud flats, which are normally the bed of the lake because the water's down so much, and cast out from that point there to get me into exactly the position I want. I'm going to do that. I'm going to take the rod round, got a rig all tied up here, throwing, sticking some bait over the top of it. Hopefully a little change in tactics works for us. So we walked out to the end of the point. I've got the rod clipped up at 16 wraps. I came round earlier just to check that I'm not infringing on anyone else's water. There's a nice little area out in front of me here. So I'm going to flick the lead out just to give me some disturbance on the surface. So I've got a target to put the boilies out to. And then I'll reel it back in, put the rig on and put it back on the same spot. Okay, so we've kept the rod tip high to keep the line up in the water. So now, if we drop the tip down, allow it to sink, keep a little bit of tension on it. And to do this, you need a decent sized lead. And that will straighten out the line under the water. As you can see, it's slowly coming back towards me, taking the bow out of the line. I don't think there's too much in there actually. I think we did quite a good job on that one. Put the bobbin on. If there's any more line out there in that bow, the little bit of drag on the bobbin will pull it down and we'll be in contact with the lead. Pop that in the clip for the moment. And we're fishing.
So you join us here on our last night here at Naseby. It's been a quiet day, to be fair. We've banked one low 20, but compared to last night's carnage, I mean, it was absolutely crazy. But that being said, it warranted a nice, easy day, so to speak. We're going to put another bucket of bait out, or we have put another bucket of bait out, and fingers crossed they turn up tonight, and same again. Dave's just a bit further down. He's not having so much luck at the minute. Whether the fish are just turned or just not out in front of him, I'm not sure. But like I say, a lot could happen. We've got another night, so fingers crossed.
As we were treated to a perfect autumn sunset, the alarms did not stop. James catching a few more. Unfortunately, not quite the size we were looking for. So they were unhooked in the net and slipped back, praying that Dave got on in the action.
Well, there we go. Just over £21. All the hard work paid off. Waiting for the wind to turn, so they came in on my spot. Going round down to the point, finding a new spot, punting a rod out to them, putting some bait around it. They tell me effort equals reward. I think this one proves it. Just over 21. Happy days. Good morning. Welcome back to Naseby Reservoir. Well, all that work I put in started to pay off last night. I had a few during the night. This one we had first thing this morning. This being the biggest of them. So I didn't bother waking up the cameraman. It was also very, very foggy last night, so it was a little bit hard to deal with things. But yeah, had a great time. Still got one rod left in the water after the carnage, but hopefully we can have one more before we go in a couple of hours. All the fish came on Artemia B pop-ups, the new ones from Mad. Yeah, had a great time. Hopefully we can nick one more before we leave.
Right then guys, we've been really successful as you've seen, using the mix that I showed you a little bit earlier. So now I just wanted to get into really sort of the tactics and the rigs that we're using and the hook bait. So we've gone in 3 in a zone, not too tight, but lots and lots of bait. And what I mean by that, not just 15, 20 spoms, we've gone in for buckets at a time. Those 17 litre buckets hold about 6-7 kilo. So we've been putting 5 kilos of boilie straight in, mixing it all up with a pellet as you've seen and lots of other bits and bobs. That whole bucket's been going straight out. Okay, followed by 3 rigs. The rigs I've been using are rigs that I know will fish out there and not tangle. So we're fishing 30 wraps, so we're fishing quite long today. They're just simple IQ D rigs, okay, with a little aniseed and bunspice yellow wafter on top. So all 3 on the same. Like I say, we're fishing 30 odd wraps out there, so I know that these are going to go out there and not tangle, and most importantly reset if they get picked up and spat out. So we're coming to the end of our session now. We've got a few hours left. I've still got 2 rods on the spot. I think Dave there's only got 1, you know, after the carnage he had last night. So we're just holding out, fingers crossed we can just get a bonus bite just to end the vid with.
So guys, we've come to the end of our session here at Naseby Reservoir. Gone really well, I think. We said we wanted to come and absolutely fill it in, use lots and lots of bait. I think we did just that, didn't we, Dave?
Absolutely.
I finished on somewhere around about 10 bites, I think. And Dave got in on the action last night.
Yeah, after turning up late, I finally got onto the fish and had 3 last night, up to just over 21.
Awesome.
Nice mixture of bait, lots of 8 mils, lots of 15 mils. Crossing over, you were using the pea fish, weren't you?
Yeah, some of the pea fish, and to be honest, some of the old school hook baits as well. So the aniseed bunspice wafters, mainly for me. I know you'd had some on some of the new hook baits that we're doing.
Yeah, I had most of mine on the Artemia, fished over the top of Asbo.
Which are really, really special hook baits, let me
Absolutely.
tell you. And you'll see them soon, guys. But I think for now, we're gonna plan another trip back, aren't we, when the water levels come up. I mean, it's really low. You would have seen in the film, it's been tough fishing out there. You know, the water's dropped probably 1.5 meters, 2 meters. That's made fishing really challenging. So we plan to come back when it's full. And
absolutely. I can't wait to see this place when it's full. I bet it's beautiful.
And hopefully give them another club in.